All right, everybody. Let me switch it over here. Wrong one. There we go. I had the wrong intro there. Hey, everybody. I'm back. Nick Welker, Welker Farms. Today is a big day for us, I guess. We're gonna pass 50,000 subscribers in a matter of like, I don't know, it could be a couple minutes. Last I checked, I can't check on my phone while I'm live streaming, so you guys will have to keep me updated. I can see and hear you. Thank you for doing that. Good. Okay. Yeah, so anyways, we're just about to pass 50,000 subscribers. Isn't that crazy? I never saw this day coming. It seems like a lot to me. But thank you all for subscribing. That's a big reason why I'm getting there. So today, I'm just gonna go ahead and live stream while we hit that 50,000 mark, and you guys can be with me when we hit the 50,000 mark, right? So you guys just keep me updated as we go, and I'll keep typing in numbers in the bottom here as we get closer. 49,947, yes! That's awesome. I'll give you guys a quick update what's going on. Basically, everything was unseeded. You guys probably knew that a while back. We're all done with the planting. We've just been spraying hard, a lot of spraying. The Brute's right there. You guys can see him. He's idling right now. I gotta go fill him up with some chemical and water, so you guys will be able to take off with me in a minute and go do that. I'll show you real quick in the shop here. We have some CRP we're taking out, and so we were gonna use this bud to pull the heavy disc, but we put new injectors in it, but one of the new injectors is misfiring and having problems. So we got another injector coming to fix it. So this bud's down for right now. It's just gonna hang out in the shop, but that's okay because we've got two more big buds. It's just funny the chances of getting a bad injector. It's a reman injector, I'm pretty sure, but yeah. So that's kind of interesting. And let's see here. The wind is a little bit blowing today, so if you guys hear a lot of wind noise, that's what's going on. So we got the Series 3 right now. See our Welker logo. I went ahead and just got one size fits all for all of them. Well, it turns out this door is too small for that logo, so they just stuck it on the side. Maybe we can put it on the tank right here for now or something. So, but yeah, I got the Series 3 hooked up to an old Frickstead plow. I don't know what this is. It's a 50, it could be a 57 foot. I'm not sure exactly, or it's a 60 foot Frickstead. It's not real big, but we've got some chisels on it, and we're gonna be using this to rip up the CRP. The other bud is already in the field with the disc. So, but today, because the wind is cooperating with us, it's been blowing really hard the last few days. We're going to get a lot of our spraying done. The crop is growing fast, and when the crop is growing fast, that means the weeds are growing fast. And you only have a limited window to get the weeds killed, because when they get too big, they get tough to kill. So, let's see here. There's me again. I'll show you guys our spring wheat field right here. So yeah, it's this is probably the middle seeding as far as time frame, about the middle of the season. So we have some that's a lot further along than this. But my dad already ran the Apache, which is right there, the AS1010. He already ran that up and down through all this. So this has all been sprayed. But there's a couple, like right here. See, there's a kosher right there. That's what we're trying to kill. These guys. That plant will grow. It can get as high as 4 or 5 feet tall even. It's unbelievable how big those plants can get, and they're tough. And if you don't get them now, they won't die later. There's some Russian thistle right there. Those guys are tough to kill, so we want to get rid of that. There's some, looks like some buckwheat. So that's what we're doing today. That's what I'm doing. But it just so happens that as we're about to break 50,000 subscribers, I say we're because it's not just me. I don't subscribe to myself, though I do. Actually, I think I did. But it's you guys. You guys have made this channel awesome, because if I didn't have any following, if I didn't have anybody watching Welker Farms channel, I wouldn't be making many videos. So it's kind of a win-win for everybody, right? My channel grows and you guys get content. So I'm glad you guys can still hear me anyway. But I gotta fill this up so we can get spraying, and then I'll just live stream while we spray. I typically don't like to live stream that much while I'm spraying, because I usually spray pretty fast, and I would really hate to just wrap the boom around something, but these fields that I'm gonna be spraying in are pretty flat, and I think I'll be okay. 49,956, yeah! Subscribe, let's see, I have a button here, it's on, let me find it. Where did I see that at? 1 second here, guys. Let's just do... Oh, it plays a video. Oh, okay. All right, I'll turn that off. Okay, we're back. So, and then when I'm spraying, I might be able to answer some questions for you guys and everything. And if you haven't yet, I just released the Welker Farms time lapse of the brood. I thought it turned out pretty good. I think you guys will enjoy it. So definitely go check that out on my channel. It's a good watch. So let me put the phone down here for a second. I gotta hook the hoses up. We're gonna put this right here. So, when I left the field, I had about 100 gallons of product left. So we're going to put 1,500 in this tank because I don't want to overfill it. Usually I fill up 1,600 at a time. What we're using here is we've got Double Up. It's a broadleaf chemical. Broadleaf means it'll kill non-grass plants, so it won't hurt the wheat. If you dump it on the wheat in like heavy doses, it could hurt the wheat. But in the rate that we're doing, the wheat won't be affected by it, but all those kochia and Russian thistle and all those broadleaf plants are gonna die, hopefully. That's inside that, because they're hiding. They're all out here in this wheat hiding right now. They're below, and you don't even know they're there, but they're growing. So we're gonna nail them with this, some Double Up. We're doing 16 ounces an acre of Double Up. And then you have to use, it's kind of a surfactant, sort of. It's a conditioner, and we call it Justified, and that's what's compatible with Double Up. So I'm using boxes and the shuttle. And we've already taken a round of shuttle off. I've got a full tank of water on this thing. I think we're at 5,200 gallons. So let's go ahead and fire this up. We'll get a little water going in it. I'll just let it idle for a second. So I've got the one valve turned on. I've showed this before in some other live streams. I'll show it again. Right now the water is just going through the handler right on into the tank. No products going into it, no chemical, just water right now, but it's just idling. So not much is happening there. I'm gonna open the lid up here. See this guy? Looks like a giant broadhead. What I'm gonna do with that is I'm gonna take these jugs of Justified and I'm gonna slam them down on there, and it's gonna peel the bottom of that jug open, and everything is just gonna dump inside this container in a matter of a second. And then I have a lever here that I press, and I can blast water like that. And I'll rinse the inside of the jugs out, and then I put the jugs back in their boxes. So I'll be using almost 2 jugs. Normally I would use 2, but since I have 100 gallons in here, I won't use it all. So let's go ahead and start pulling some Double Up in here. Let's reset our counter. Getting pretty scratched there. So we got 0. We'll go ahead and open the Double Up. This line right here runs down into the Double Up tank, the shuttle. So it's counting right now. That's gallons that's going in. You guys can see. 49,966. We're getting close. I'm going to turn the pump up a little bit here. That'll really speed this up. So has this jug been open? Yes, it has. That'll work out good. So I'm going to use a new one right here. See this guy? So I'm going to destroy this jug. Normally on the farm, you just throw these things out. They're just as disposables. There is a recycling process you can do to recycle these, but I usually don't like jugs because I hate waste. I'd rather use shuttles, but in this case, we've got to use jugs. So I'm just going to take this like this, slam it down on it, just dumped everything out that was inside there. Then I take the wash lever here, turn it on, it's washing the inside of the jug out. Turn that off. Just get all the contents out of it. Put that back in the box. And then, let's see, what are we at? 12? We need to put in, that's 12 gallons so far. I need to put in 0.5 gallons of double up and 4.7 gallons of Justified. So we're not even halfway there yet, so I'll just let that keep going. Now I'm going to take this one, and I need to dump in. It looks like about all of it. So I'm not gonna pierce this one. I'm just gonna let it dump in slowly, normally. We'll just take the whole jug, put it in there. That'll be pretty close to 4.7. I would normally be wearing gloves when I'm doing this, but because I'm live streaming, I can't really hold the phone very well with my gloves. So I'm not wearing gloves at the moment. There, we took that whole jug. Rinse that out later. Put the cap back on it. There we go. Okay, so in here we got about 4.5 gallons of Justified. I'm going to turn this lever right here, and now it's going to start sucking out of the handler tank into the sprayer while it's also sucking out of this one. We're at 20, looks like 25 gallons. I'm going to turn the pump up some more. So you can see it's sucking it down. Take a shot of water here. Let it rinse. I got a lever right here that I turned to add water to it. There we go. Yeah, that's good. So I'll shut that off, and now with that not sucking again, it's going to pull a lot faster out of the shuttle. So this is going to increase a lot quicker now. 49,977. We're getting close, guys. I don't know if we'll get there before I'm full. We'll see. It's going to be close. We're really close. So the double up, it's draining down. My dad went to town just a minute ago. He's getting more because we're almost out. That's cheap stuff. Not really, but it's about $6 an acre is what we're paying to do, not include water, but $6 an acre to do the Justified and the double up to kill broadleaf right now. Okay, we're at 34 and we need 37.5, so we're almost there. There's 36. 37, 4, 5. Okay. Now I'm going to run a little water through the system here. Okay. All right, we're done with the chemicals, so I shut all the valves off. It's not pulling any more chemical. Now I'm going to unleash the water into the tank by turning these valves. So now, instead of running everything through the 2-inch, we just open the gateway pretty much with a 3-inch line. This line's massive, and we're sucking a ton of water out of these tanks now and shoving it in here. And if you watch, see how fast that's increasing? That's 100 gallons. Every one of those marks is 100 gallons. So it's doing 100 gallons about every 15 seconds probably, 15, 20 seconds I bet. That's just that much right there is 100 gallons. So I'm going to keep an eye on that as that climbs up towards the top. I can actually turn this one open a little more, get a little more flow. That'll speed it up even faster. 49,982. Oh boy, we're getting close. 85. There is a subscriber counter. I don't know how to use it on here, so I do have something else. So when we get there, I'll turn on some. Oh, I already did. There we go. Okay, it's a little early. Sorry, but we'll celebrate 50,000 subscribers. Who knows? Google when it counts sometimes. I don't think it's fully right with YouTube. Soon to pass. Oh boy. That's exciting stuff. Flip back to me here so you can see. There we are. It's a little choppy right now. I don't know why that is. That's a lot of subscribers. I know there's a lot of channels out there that have, 500,000 subscribers or million subscribers, but 50,000 to me, that's a lot. 49,992. We're close. And we're about half full in the tank. 8 to go. Oh boy, I'm excited. there's some donations too, guys. I'll get to you in a second. I appreciate the donations. I gotta make sure I get all this done here first. I don't want to mess up. There's a lot of money sitting in this stuff right here. A lot of money. So I gotta make sure that I don't make a big mistake. So once this is done, then I'll recognize all the guys that have donated, because that's really cool. Are we there yet? Are we at 50,000 yet? 5 more. Come on, there's gotta be 5 of you guys that haven't subscribed yet. Hit that button. Subscribe. You can do it. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. We there? Woo! Yeah! 50,000 subscribers. Give a bunch of stuff. There. Let's just do all these. Still filling up. Oh boy. That's pretty awesome. Thanks everybody. I really appreciate it. That's pretty big. I'm very honored to have you guys as my followers. Not just mine, the farm. I might do the video stuff, but this farm would operate one for the rest of my family, so it's the whole family. I need to go golfing. Celebrate. Or we can celebrate by driving the Brute, huh? Would that be okay? Alright, we'll go for a Brute drive. That's just about as good. See how we're doing on the water here. Looks like we're right at 1,300. There it goes. So we're getting close. When it gets to right about here, I'm going to run down there and get ready to shut it off. There's a bunch of air blowing out of my vent here. It'll pressurize that tank and it'll blow the top off if I don't have a vent on it, because there's so much water volume being pumped into this tank right now. Alright, we're getting close. Let me go shut this off. I'll idle it back. Okay, we're close guys. 50,000, that is a lot of subscribers. Wow. That's awesome. Okay, I'm just watching this here. I gotta make sure I don't get too full. Close. I would not recommend filling sprayers and doing live streams at the same time. Easy to get distracted. Alright, that's good right there. Let's throttle back. Seems like my phone is really choppy on my frame rate. I don't know if it's that for you guys, but do I have anything else going? Let's turn that off. Let's turn that off. There, maybe that's why it was slow. Okay, so we're still filling. Oh yeah, that's a little better now. I'll shut off the 50,000 notification for now. I'll turn it back on in a second. I think that was slowing my phone down. Okay, we're getting really close. When it gets to the top, you guys, I don't know if you can see it. It's right there. I'm going to shut this valve off right here. That's the main water valve. I turn that, and then no more product can go from the tank to the sprayer, and from sprayer to the tank. So I can keep all the chemical on that side of the trailer here, and I won't contaminate our clean water tanks, which we don't use for drinking anymore. We used to, but not anymore, because we got a water line. Okay, we're getting close. Almost there. How many horsepower does the Big Brute have? Big Brute's got somewhere over 400 horsepower. It says on the top of the engine 425, but I've read it's not always at 425. That's more of a boost. Okay, we're just about there. And there we go. Shut that off. Turn the pump off. Okay, let's turn all the valves off. Got 3 of these to do. I'm going to put the phone down for a second, guys, while I take these hoses off. Okay. second. All right, here we go. It's brute time, guys. I'm gonna turn this back on. There we go. That's better. All right, we have a full tank. We are plumb full. Let's go spray some weeds. So here's the inside of the brute. You guys haven't been with me yet when I've driven this thing. We've got a Trimble Easy Pilot and the FMX Trimble 2050 GPS monitor, and there's a Raven controller system that's underneath here. And this is a auto boom height. We're not using that. It's got a problem. Somewhere a shortened system, so we don't have that hooked up yet. This is all my boom controls. I'm gonna go ahead and kick my hydraulics on. Actually, let me turn the truck off, turn it back on real quick here. Recycle my cruise control. Sometimes needs to have a restart. There we go. Okay, turn the hydraulics on. Let's turn the agitation on. So now the tank is mixing inside. Pull the steering wheel down. This GPS system was provided and installed by Triangle Egg Solutions. They're out of Fort Bend, Montana. They are really good with this kind of stuff. If you guys are in the area, look them up if you need GPS, if you need blockage systems, yield monitors, all that stuff. They're all over that. Okay, I'll go ahead and drive over here real quick. Leaving the tank. Okay. We haven't really done a lot of stuff to the sprayer since we took it out of that shop about a month and a half ago is when it came out. You know, it's got some leaks on it. There's some oil leaks, there's some hydraulic leaks, there's some fuel leaks, but they're all small. And at this point, we're just gonna keep spraying because that stuff's cheap. We'll get that fixed down the road. I'm gonna stop right here real quick. Let's take a look at your guys' comments here real fast. Flip around. There we are. Okay, so let me turn off that. It makes my phone run better. Okay, let's see here. All right, starting off, I'll start at the beginning. We have, looks like Jeremy Williams donated $1. Thank you, Jeremy. That's awesome. I appreciate it. That's a good way to celebrate 50,000. Okay, and then we have Peter Granlian. Looks like Norwegian, 500. Congratulations on 50,000 subs. Here's 60 bucks to help you with 50,000 more. Also, the merchandise is really sweet. Everyone should consider buying some merchandise. If you guys want merchandise, email us at welkerfarmsinc.com. Or sorry, welkerfarms@gmail.com. welkerfarmsinc@gmail.com. I can type it in the thing below where it says 50,000 subs. Yeah, we don't have a website quite up yet. We're working on that, but we'll have that up soon, and then you guys can order that better. But for now, if you just put in an email to us at welkerfarmsinc@gmail.com, we'll tell you, or you can tell us what you'd like: hats, shirts, hoodies. We got some other goodies that are going to be announced not long. We can get you set up. So, okay, let's see what else. We got Alan Constantine. Congrats, $5. Thank you, Alan. I really appreciate it. We've got, oh boy, I hope I don't butcher your name. Slan? What's a J? S-J-A-N. I'm just gonna say Juan. Swan Tiggleoven. He donated $2, looks like euros. That's awesome, thank you. Moore Farmer, $1, thank you. Let's see. Another Moore Farmer, $1. That's $2, man, appreciate it. All right, there we go. Okay, we're caught up on that, so let's get moving. Do we do a giveaway for our merchandise? Right now, Mapper's Paradise is doing a giveaway. You have to check their website and stuff. They have what they're doing there. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off here. Let's put it in drive. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna head out to the field and we're gonna start some spraying here. The field that we're gonna spray is nice and big, so it'll be really good for the live stream on. It's 160 acres and it's perfectly square. no power lines in it. It'll be awesome. All right, let's see. Let's turn on our monitor here. What do we got? I'm gonna do a new. Let's do that, and then we'll do 2. That works. Okay. Spray levels below 150. Yes, auto steering on. Okay. Let's fill our tank up all the way. Good, I didn't reset my acre counter. Perfect. We're going 33 miles an hour right now, which is not fast yet. Just a few minutes ago, I was stuck behind a Case Patriot, and he was only doing about 33 miles an hour. And I was right up on him the whole way. Because I had to. It's kind of nice driving something that goes 50. Alright, we're cruising now. Let that cat engine scream a little bit here. 36, 37, 38. We're pulling a hill at the moment. 40. 41, 42. 43. 44. That's good enough. We'll go 45. How about that? They're busy spraying some of their crop right now. It's our neighbors. Where we're going to spray is just right here. This field will be in the new map that's coming out for Mapper's Paradise. And guys, real quick, I just want to give a shout out to a modder called this Black Sheep Modding. He's been helping out Mapper's Paradise, get the map lined up and ready. Every time it comes back from Giants from testing and there's any errors in it, then the Mapper's Paradise guys have to go through and fix the errors and then submit it again. It's just been a long process. It's taken a while. We really want that map out like right now, and they're trying really hard to get it out, so we'll get there. So guys, it should be soon. I know we've said that a while now, but it's getting close. Even Giants, I think, has hinted that it's going to be soon. So, are my tires rated at 50 miles per hour? The fronts are. The back, not necessarily, but they've been running these trucks with those big 73-inch tires for a lot of years at those speeds, and I've never heard of anyone having an accident. So, I think the tires, they can handle it. They're pretty heavy. All right, so you can see I'm not spraying chem foul. I'm going to be in the crop, but I got to wing this baby out. So let's go ahead and lift my booms up here. Press the red button. See as I extend them out. There we go. Okay, and then we got to fold the wings out, or the ends of it. That one goes first. That one always goes first. I think there's a little less resistance in that one to unhook itself. Okay, and then that one goes. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Black Sheep Modding. They seem to really, I've seen a couple of their mods, some excavators or some track hose, and yeah, they're top notch when it comes to mods. All right, let's level this out. And then I'll drop the main boom down. There we go. We'll just do right about there. Step to the other side. Drop that down a little bit here. The newer sprayers, you can have auto boom. You just press a button and the whole thing goes down and automatically adjusts its height. Our Apache does that too, actually. And this one technically could have done that if we had this running, but that's okay. I just like a manual sometimes. So, all right, guys, let's go ahead and drive over some wheat. And everyone asked, will these big tires hurt the wheat or the crops? The answer to that is yes and no. Everything you drive on the crop will hurt it. Doesn't matter what sprayer you have, you're going to hurt the crop. The only thing that won't hurt this is an airplane flying over and spraying it. But to what people might not realize is this sprayer here actually is going to do less damage to the wheat in the end, because its tires are so big, the pounds per square inch of pressure of weight pressing down is spread out over more area. So instead of little narrow tiny tires with a ton of weight pressing down, you'll see those tracks and it mashes the wheat hard in those little tiny tracks. During harvest, you'll see the tire tracks from a narrow wheeled sprayer. But when harvest comes with this sprayer, I bet you we won't even know it's been over the field. So now, wheat's forgiving. Other crops, not so much. But right now, the way this grass is, it's like your lawn. You can just drive on it, the wheat will lay down, and then about a week later, it'll be back up and you won't even know there's tire tracks in it. So, plus there's rain coming this weekend, so we're gonna get going. So all right, our pump's running. Hydraulic pump's going, power on our water pump. That's these two is right here. We got 80, looks like 83 PSI, 85 PSI on the water meter. About 2,700 PSI of hydraulics, so that's what we want. I went ahead and started a new field to map on. Let's go and put it in low for the rear end. It's got a splitter in the rear end. I like the gear ratios better in the low range. Have a little more torque too. So I'm gonna go ahead and line this up with the field here. Now I'm gonna set an AB line. So we'll go over a little more. Actually, I can see my old tire tracks right there. I can just line up with those. We'll just line up with these tire tracks right here. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. And I'll stop. Okay. So now let's go ahead and go to AB swaths. We want to do 180. That's good. You can put in 180, 360, or 0. That's just like a magnetic compass, basically. 180 south, 360 is north, 270 is west, 090 is east. So let's go OK. New straight. Set A. Use A+. Okay, so now we have our AB line set on my old tracks here. So now I'm going to drive over into the wheat, and I'll be set perfectly where I need to be. Okay, let's go to our sprayer. We got 1,600 gallons in here. Everything looks good there. All right, let's go spray. Put her in drive. My parking brake is off. Don't forget that. We've forgotten that so many times, and we're wearing our brakes out on this thing. It's got too much power, those parking brakes. Sometimes you don't even realize the parking brake's on. You'll just power through it. I've done that a few times now, and it feels terrible when I do it. So our master switch is off, which is right down here. I'm going to turn that on when we get into the wheat. Actually, let's turn it on right now. We'll get the chemical coming out of the booms. Let's line up with our AB in the field. And then auto steer, there we go. Okay, so the auto steer's taking over now, steering me down the field. As you can see, the wind's blowing right now, so I left a little bit of an overlap on that side. I want it because the wind's blowing the chemical towards me, and I don't want to miss these little weeds on the very edge. So I'm going to take that boom, and I'm going to go ahead and bring it real close to the ground there so that it's guaranteed that those weeds on the very edge there are getting sprayed. Okay? Now we want to set our speed. Let's go cruise control. We're going 18 miles an hour right now. It's a little fast. I'll slow it down a little bit. Let's do right there. Let's try that. 17, 16. It's going to speed back up again. It's about 17 and a half. That's okay. That's good. How are we doing on this side? A little bit of dust coming off the wheels. Looks like we're good on that side. Okay. I love this cab. You know, a lot of guys have asked, why didn't we put a bigger tank on this sprayer? Well, a couple reasons why we didn't do that. Number one reason was we already had this tank, so it was free. Number two reason is it looks cool. This tank's got a neat design to it. It's not your typical just round cylinder tank. It's kind of cool. Look, it's got like a point on the back. Personally, I think it looks good on the truck. And number three, the big reason why, is it fits really nice on this truck. I have great visibility. When I look back here, I don't have a big tank behind my window. I can see all the way back on my boom. Other sprayers I've been in, I mean, your rear tank is literally covering your entire back window. I don't have that with this one. I can see all around. I see every tip of my boom out my back windows. This cab has excellent visibility. So I'm going to steer around this water hole right here. I would have gotten stuck if I would have driven that. You guys would have witnessed that. This was water all the way out to here. You can see where we seeded. It's reseeded that much over the time, so I'm going to go ahead and spray around the edge because I want to get all these weeds that are growing on this. Okay, here we go. We're intercepting the AB line again. Something like that right there. Tap it. Okay. Put us on wide angle again. So everyone's talking about John Deere and Farming Simulator 19. 19 is the latest Farming Simulator game coming out from Giants. It's going to be released this fall, and they finally worked out a deal with John Deere to have John Deere's in the game. That's pretty awesome. I think a lot of people are going to really appreciate that. John Deere is a very popular name, very popular brand, and they have a lot of really nice equipment. And I think players are going to really enjoy having actual John Deere equipment licensed by John Deere through the game. So that's pretty cool. Should have went for it. Yeah, I know. All right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm not going to come right back. I'm going to do my end pass. They call them headlands right now. So when I get to this edge here, drop this boom down. I'm going to kick the decelerator on. It's a little button on the floor. I'm going to spray all those in a second. Our chickpeas are on the other side of this road. I really don't want to get any chemical over on them, so I'll try to be careful here to not get too close. I'm just spraying right along the edge of the county road right now. The wind's blowing from the west, so any drift that I have should be going to the west. If you guys look over here, there's kind of a sad sight. A little lonely big bud just hanging out. He's hooked to a heavy disc right now. But he's doing fine. He's just waiting for someone to turn the key and take him for a drive. But we'll run him soon. Been working. That was some CRP ground right there that we're taking out. That's part of our homestead. That's some of the original land that was in the Welker name. So because there's a corner here of weeds, I'm going to spray straight through this. We'll take all these weeds, like so. There's a bit of a bump there. Okay. Turn our product off. Let's spin around. Intercept our AB again. Actually, I'll probably have to shift the AB because turn the product back on. Yeah, so I'm going to shift it. So let me lift up my boom a little bit. Let's go and shift the line over because it doesn't line up perfect. So let's go AB, swaths, shift, okay, load. There we go. And wait, give it a second. There we go. Okay, we're back on. All right, auto steer is taken over. Got the boom kind of up in the air right there. I have to manually, as I'm spraying here, guys, because my boom's 100 feet long and the land moves and curves and tilts as I'm spraying. I sit there with my fingers and I'm actually raising and lowering the booms as we spray along so that I don't drag boom, because dragging boom is not good on the booms and you're not getting the chemical applied properly. So you want to try to keep the booms as even on the ground as you can. Systems, and we could buy a system you could put on here, which is this one right here, is Greentronics. You can get better ones that are like sonar based. They use sonar sensors that tell how high the boom is, and they'll automatically raise and lower the boom as you're spraying and keep it. And they work really good on pretty, like this kind of ground, they work awesome on, where it's just a little bit rolling hills here and there, nothing real too serious. But they're not very good if you're in really rugged terrain because they don't react fast enough, is what I've found. So, okay, I'm going to take off the auto steer because I got a big rock pile right here, and we're going to steer around this thing. Went ahead and hit the decelerator so we slow down a little bit. See that boom there. There used to be rock lines in this field, and we took them all and we piled them in a pile right there so we could spray on through. This used to be 2 fields, and we combined them into one long one. Yes, intercept our line again. There we go. Yes, this engine sounds awesome. This Caterpillar has such a unique sound to it. You know, I haven't ran a lot of Caterpillars in my time. We have a truck that's got a Cat 3406 in it. This is that 3176, or 3105, sorry, 3105, 3405B, that's what it is. This is a 3176 Cat, but that turbo in this thing just squeals. I love it. And I'm only running not burning that much fuel because I'm only running 1650 RPM, 1700. A lot of times I'll spray right at about 1600. So, I mean, that's not a lot of RPM, and this truck has got so much power, it's not working hard to get that RPM. We're just gliding pretty much at this point. So, our fuel burn on this truck, I believe, is actually pretty conservative. I don't think it's that bad. I'm gonna do a fuel test. I'm doing it right now, actually. I've got an acre counter on, and so far I've sprayed, looks like 657 acres since I filled this thing up with the fuel in town. If you guys saw that picture, I went to town with it and filled up with a fuel pump to find out how many gallons the sprayer has in the fuel tanks, because we didn't know. We built them, but didn't know how big they were gonna be. So it ended up being 230 gallons. So I went ahead and have an acre counter going, so that way when we get completely full, or when I run the fuel tanks completely dry, then I'll be able to get an idea of how many gallons of fuel per acre we're burning doing this spraying. The other thing I gotta pay attention to while I'm spraying here, guys, is as we're spraying broadleaf right now, this is not broadleaf, this is wheat's a cereal crop, it's like a grass. But there's wild oats, they call it, wild oats. And wild oats are a grass as well, and wild oats are a weed, and they're growing in here too. And we're not putting wild oat chemical down right now because it's extremely expensive. It's like 3 times the cost of what we're putting on right now to kill broadleafs. So it's really hard to justify putting that expense down if you don't really know if you even have wild oats to grow, because how am I supposed to know if I've got wild oats out there? I could walk around and see a couple here and there, but that doesn't mean the whole field has wild oats. So you could blanket the field with literally $50,000 worth of chemical for only a few plants out there. Some farmers just do it. They just don't care. They just put it on to be safe. We don't like to spend that kind of money if we don't have to. So what I'm doing right now, which is not very good because I'm live streaming, is I'm trying to watch down the furrows. You can see the furrows. Furrows are what they call each row of wheat. And I can see a light green tinge, and it'll be filled in. And so when I see those spots, I have maps here. This actually isn't the right map. I'll have to pull up a different one. And I have a little pen, and I scribble on my maps here where I think the wild oats are, so that then we can come back later with a small batch of wild oat spray mixed up and just hit those spots. So it's kind of works. Like right here, there's wild oats right here, I can tell. There's little spots right there. Driving over right now. And then I see a little more swale right up here. Oop, right there, some more. So, anyways, yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. But overall, the wild oats have not been that bad so far this year. I haven't seen that many of them. Like there's some right here. I can definitely see a little different color in the way the wheat is. And it's really thick. It's because wild oats look just like wheat when it's coming up. It's almost identical in the size or the shape. So let's see if we can find some maps. That's gone, your maps. That's not the right map either. Yeah, well, I don't think I have the maps for this. That's fine. I'll keep a mental log of where it's all at. Spray on the water hole again. If I can get on a straightaway here, then I can pay attention to your guys' comments, because I don't have a whole lot of input when I'm just spraying down the whole field with auto steer and cruise control on. Yes, enable our GPS. There we go. Back online. Okay, so let's see here. I'm trying to compare that to Farming Simulator map. This field that I'm in right now, guys, is in the Farming Simulator map that's coming out that you guys are all going to play shortly. There I am again. Here's the Quonset, we call it. That's our, used to be the very first farmyard was right here. That's where my grandpa and my great uncle and my dad grew up working on stuff, was in that little building there. They didn't have electricity, so they eventually built our farmyard, which is over here. But we have a lot of grain bin storage over here, so this is kind of where we put a lot of our junk, old equipment, and then all of our crops and weeds. and some augers, some just large stuff that we don't want over on the other place. Because the other yard we try to keep a little nicer looking. So, but as it turns out, this has been a good grain holding area. So we use that for a lot of grain facilities. So now I'm getting to the end of the field. I'm gonna hit my decelerator button down here on the floor. It's gonna slow my truck down. I'm gonna start turning. The booms automatically turn off the chemical as I cross my headlands. Turn the GPS back on. You can see all these weeds right here. Those are getting sprayed. And then we're back in business again. Will it be on Xbox? Yes. The Farming Simulator map, guys, the most common question I get asked is, when is it going to be released and what will it be on? The answer to that is, it will be on Xbox, PlayStation 4, and PC. And when it releases, it releases. It's going to be soon. You just can't predict that stuff, I guess, so they're getting it done slowly. But yeah, it's a little bit of a process. Do I return the chemical shuttles after using them, money? Yes, I do. Yeah, when we're done with the chemical shuttles, we take them back. We do have 2 Roundup shuttles that we just keep. They just let us keep them because we just keep using them every year. But the other ones we take back. And then if we have barrels, we take the barrels back too. Before Big Buds, what brand tractors did my family use? Well, they started off probably with horses, an ox or some heavy mule or work draft horse. But when they got out of that, which I don't think there was many years of that, they picked up Caterpillars, or at least some kind of dozer, whether it was International TD dozers, Ellis Chalmers. They drove old bulldozers, and they did a lot of work in the farm with bulldozers, because that's all that had high horsepower back then, was these big Caterpillar-looking crawlers. So, but when articulating wheel tractors came into the scene, that kind of changed everything. So I think, I could be wrong, but I think the very first articulating tractor, high horsepower tractor that Welker Farms picked up was a Wagner. It was either a WA or WB14, I think, is one of the first ones, or a 12 they had, and then they eventually got a 14, and then I believe they owned a 17 as well. And then when Big Buds came on the scene, they traded those off for Big Buds. So pretty much all of our farm work has mostly all been done with either Wagners or Big Buds. We did have a John Deere 8420, is what it was? Yeah, 8420. And that John Deere 8420, it did a lot of our seeding back in the day, because we used to use disc drills. Well, not really disc drills. They were a hoe drill, but it was old conventional drills. And so our 84, man, we're at 86, 89, no, I get the numbers mixed. 8420, I think is what it is. 8430, that's what it is. It's 8430. John Deere 8430, yeah. So, but we sold that a few years ago. We ended up not needing it. It wasn't really being used on the farm, so we let it go. Let someone else have it. Just so you guys know, for anyone new that's here, I'm celebrating 50,000 subscribers. Thanks to you guys. Pretty awesome. Appreciate it, everybody. I don't know how else to celebrate it, but been driving the brood around, right? So, again, I'm at the end of the field again. Let's slow her down. Turn around here. Let me intercept this line again. I'm holding the phone with one hand and steering with the other. Oop, and there we go. Okay, we're back in business. Let's see here. Will there be any time you guys will be switching buds? You know, I don't know if we'll ever switch tractors in the future. There's some more wild oats right here. See that little patch? That's some wild oats right there. This field's got quite a bit on and off in it. I'll have to keep that in mind. Okay, you need a big brew for Farming Simulator. I know there's a number of modders that are trying to make a big brew for Farming Simulator. So there's a few guys working on it. I don't know fully how far everyone's gotten. I've seen a couple pictures here and there, but I'm pretty sure, guys, it won't be long. There will be a big brew running around Farming Simulator. So there's some more wild oats right there. So I have to remember there's quite a bit of wild oats throughout this. Yeah, that's definitely something to remember. All right, I own all John Deere. That's awesome. Congrats on the 50,000, the squad. Hey, squad, welcome to the channel. I haven't made any of you guys' live streams. Sorry about that. I did watch your live stream you did, squad. It was I saw the John Deere Farming Simulator 19 live stream that you did, and then I saw the other live stream that you did on the farm map. That was pretty sweet. So yeah, you guys make good videos. I'm glad you're enjoying the map. Everybody else is gonna get that map real soon, guys. So yeah, it's pretty good stuff. But and just so you guys know, Farming Simulator does not accurately depict the ride in one of these things down the field. I don't think people realize how bumpy fields really are, especially when you're spraying 17 miles an hour. This field I'm in right now is really smooth. This is one of our smoothest fields. There's no ditches in it all the way up and down. It's just a smooth field. But there will be fields where literally I'm like bouncing up and down all day long and everything's shaking, and I feel terrible for this equipment, but you have to work it somehow. So maybe someday they'll build a chair that simulates the vibrations and movements of Farming Simulator, then you guys can sit and go for a wild ride. Someday, right? All right, I like how you did the house. That's awesome. Sub. Watching time, Ken. Osao, that's awesome. Snowbirds, even here. Yep. Let's see. Do you still have pilot's license? I do have a pilot's license still. I technically will have my pilot's license the rest of my life, unless I do something really stupid and it gets revoked by the FAA. But no, I should always be a pilot. I'm a licensed pilot, but I'm not a current pilot anymore. My currency ended last year, and I just decided not to renew it. I wasn't flying enough every year to make it worth the cost of flying. Flying's expensive. And if I were multi-millionaire, I'd be flying all the day. I love flying. Flying's a blast. I'd have my own plane and everything. But no, I'm gonna save the money, put it towards family and other stuff. But I'll still always be a pilot and always down the road. If I ever choose to, I can always get my currency back and start flying again. So, and thanks, squad, on the 50,000. Congrats comment, I appreciate it. You live in Missoula. Cool, I've been to Missoula a few times. Doing circles here. There we go, okay. Sorry guys, comments are going kind of fast here. I'm trying to keep up with you all. How are your kids doing on their outdoor set? You know, it's kind of funny. I read that video and everything on all that, and it's sweet, it's up, and it looks good. But they're too young to play on it yet. So all they get is they go on that little swing is all they do. So we put them in that little swing and rock them, but give them a couple years, they'll be all over that thing. My brother's daughter, she's gonna be 3 next year, and she'll be just at the right age to start using that, so that'll work out great. Let's see here. But yeah, definitely. But for visiting kids, they definitely are welcome to play on it, so yeah. We'll have kids that come play on it every now and then. When is the map coming out on Xbox? Soon. I know, guys, 50,000 subs, that's a lot. I think the squad actually has like 340,000 subs. That's very impressive. I would like to get 100,000 someday. I think that'd be a good number to get for YouTube. That's a good goal. Not that I need 100,000 subscribers, but I think to get that would be pretty fun, because that way I get that little play button, or what is it, that the silver button that YouTube sends. That'd be pretty fun to have. I've seen enough wild oats in this field, guys, that I think I'm gonna have to come back and spray this again with some wild oat herbicide someday. So we'll see here. What else? Anyone growing sunflowers out this way? Not many. I have seen sunflowers grown out here, but that's not a very common crop. Not that it's a bad crop or anything. I think it's just the conditions here aren't always best for sunflowers. So you fly on sailplanes or only airplanes? Only airplanes. I have not flown on sailplanes. Yeah, only airplanes. And I've only flown small airplanes. I only fly like little Cessnas. But I have sat right seat in a Pilatus PC-12. That was pretty fun. So that was exciting. You're definitely getting to 100,000. Road to 100. Thanks, squad. I appreciate it. If you guys made it, I can make it, right? Well, there's only so many people that like actual farming. So what I gotta do is I gotta make production videos, right? Or live stream with you guys. No, I think it's surprising how many guys really like farming. It's pretty awesome. More Farmer, 20 bucks. Can you shout out my channel? Yes, I can, More. For that, I will shout out your channel for sure. I appreciate it, buddy. Oh no, this doesn't look good. Got someone watching me, and they're probably watching the live stream at the same time. I know who this guy is. Looks like Mr. Sean. He's on his phone. Watching me spray. And here we go, back at it. Perfect. I'm not as good at intercepting my AV line when I'm live streaming, just so you guys know. Okay. Have you ever grown flax? We have not grown flax. Maybe someday. Ram it. How many combines do we have? We've got 2 working combines. 2 really old ones that will never work again. But yeah, 2 working combines. I subbed 2 days ago and loving this channel. Thank you, Clarky boy. Appreciate it. Let's see here. 1 second, guys. Let me give a shout out. Oh, there was some more donations. Funny boy, 12345, 12375 gave $2. Do you notice any weight difference when moving Big Bud? No, I don't think I do, if I know what you're talking about there. And then again, More Farmer wants a shout out for his channel. $2. Appreciate it, More Farmer. That's awesome. You guys should check out his channel. I'll definitely give shout outs to guys' channels if you donate. I will do that. Guaranteed, as long as I don't forget. Can I hop on the Brute with you? Do you guys want me to pick up a passenger? Alright, you guys get to decide. Should I pick up a friend of ours and have him ride with us? I do have a bucket seat here. I think he wants to go for a ride. We could probably do that. He can come stream with me, right? Yeah, I'll pick him up on the next pass. Let's do that. Let's see here. Loving the videos, appreciate it. You guys I hope you've all watched the latest that I did. It took a lot of work to make that latest Big Brute time-lapse video. I have no idea how many hours I put into it. I'm just venturing to guess, probably 40 to 50 hours at least. That doesn't include filming. Filming, I probably had a couple hundred hours in it. So, yeah, I had a few. But I think it was worth it in the end. That video was pretty sweet, so. Yeah, Sean, I'll pick you up in a second here, buddy. Hang tight. I'll kick her up and grab a new gear, and we'll get there fast. Have you been to Minnesota? I've been to Minnesota. I haven't really spent much time there. I've driven through, though. I've been to Twin Cities. I think it's Twin Cities, right? But yeah, I've been through Minnesota. So, I would like to spend some more time there. There's a lot of farming there. It's supposed to be weight different with a fuel tank. Oh, sorry, funny boy, yeah. It was supposed to be weight difference with a full tank and empty tank. Oh, yeah, I can notice a little bit of a difference. It's surprising, though. This truck is so big and so strong and so heavy. Even with a full tank, 1,650 gallons of product back there, that's about 14, almost 15,000 pounds of product on here. I still hardly even know what's back there. This truck's a beast. Now, other sprayers that I've been in, when you get a full tank, you feel it. You feel it move the sprayer left and right when it's sloshing back and forth. You know when you've got product in there. This one's a little different story. This thing's pretty tough like that. Okay, coming back, intercept my line again. There we go. This field here is a mile long and, I don't know, a quarter mile wide probably at that. Maybe not a quarter mile, 1/8 of a mile wide. It's 160 acres total, so whatever that ends up being, a mile by something. I should know. Brute beast, yes it is. Okay. I Christian Wesley Carley? Yes, I am. I am definitely a Christ follower. I'm not ashamed of it either. It's, my life would be a lot different if I wasn't. How much land do we own? Well, it's hard to say how much we own. Some of us we lease, some of us we own, some we don't. But we farm around 10,000 total. Did I get the cruise control working? No, technically it's still broke, but I figured out how to use it, sort of. I can get it working and it works, but if I touch the brake at all or turn it off, it resets it, and so then the next time I try to re-engage my cruise, runs about 100 RPM slower on the tack, and the only way to reset it 100%, start over again, is turn the truck off, turn it back on. So it's definitely something that's got to get fixed. The set button it still thinks that's button's being pressed. It's not the switch. We've checked it. It's something grounding in the wiring somewhere. So we'll take it to a shop, probably have that fixed, because I want to have the decelerate. Right now when I press the decelerator switch down here, if I tap it, it only slows me down to 1,500 RPM, and I need it to go down all the way to about 1,000. 1,500 is not slow enough, because if I see a ditch coming and I hit that decelerator, I want the truck to slow down as fast as it can, and right now it's not doing that. So that's awesome, Wesley. Appreciate it, man. What is Leg Arms doing? Leg Arms is on vacation. His family, his in-laws are in town, and he's off enjoying Montana on vacation. So that's where Leg Arms is. So right now, my dad and myself are the ones doing all the spraying. He's in the Apache sprayer. I'm in the Brute. We're getting it done. Okay, we're about to pick up our passenger here, guys. Let's see. Let me zoom in on here. Oh, I gotta turn my battery charger on. I don't run out on you guys. There we go. Okay, perfect. Flip around here. Did I lose you guys? There we are. Okay. Perfect. All right. So I'm gonna pull up to Sean here. This is Sean Rogers. He's a neighbor of ours, and he's gonna come for a ride. So I'm gonna hit the decelerator. Let's go ahead and kick the cruise control off. I'm gonna turn this thing. Press the brake. There we go. Okay, here comes Sean. That door is squeaky. Welcome aboard, Sean.
What's up, Nick?
Like your bucket seat.
Oh yeah, this is plush. This is luxury.
That's one problem with this sprayer is we don't have a lot of room in here. See, we're like shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, it's tight.
But he's got a bucket seat, so we put that in there for the time being. We'll get us going again here.
It's the first time I've been in this thing.
First time in the Brute?
Yeah, first time in the Brute.
It's pretty fun. I don't get tired of driving it.
I can imagine not.
Well, I get tired of spraying, but not driving it. There we go. Let's kick this on. Yeah, there we go. Get the cruise going. Is it taking over? Yeah, it is. Okay, good. So yeah, I've been spraying about 16 and a half, 17 miles an hour. And yeah, this is what it is right here. You hardly have to run the RPM, it's only 1,600. Yeah, this thing doesn't, it just idles along pretty much. It doesn't burn a lot of fuel.
Pretty easy on fuel, yeah.
Yeah, really easy. I'm curious right now, I've got my acres counting. So I've got 723 right now on. I'll flip here so you guys can see what's going on. Everyone says hi, Sean.
What's up?
Let's see if we can go back. I gotta cycle through the cameras here. There we go. So yeah, if I didn't say anything, this is Sean Rogers. He's our neighbor. They farm. Actually, we've got land right next together. Really close. Not quite.
Not quite next to it, but
yeah,
within
like a mile or something.
Yeah.
Their farm is way off of there. You guys can't see it, but it's off in the distance. You can barely see at the end of those hills to the right. So, but yeah, is your dad spraying today?
Yeah, he's spraying. He's on the Apache today.
Is he?
We switched over to the nozzles to go 15, and so we're
to get a lot more done.
Cooking through the crop right now.
I know, going that much faster, it's hard to go back. When I do 10-gallon work and I slow down, it just feels like I'm crawling. It's like 8-9 miles an hour. You're just like, oh, this is taking forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben's Mullen Green for Lance, I believe.
Wickham?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Yeah, so that's pretty sweet.
You using your guys' truck, I'm sure?
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. Nice.
Yeah, so we got a couple things going. So.
Good. that's good.
It's like, is that Scott spraying across the road?
That was my dad, yeah. That's
your dad?
That's Bob. Yeah, you ever sprayed and held the phone the whole time at the same time?
No.
Yeah, it's hard.
Does your arm get tired?
Yeah, my arm does get tired after a while. It's getting used to it. My thumb is actually what gets tired. My phone's kind of a brick. I don't know if you guys know, but I got like this battery pack on my phone and it weighs it way down. So, yeah, I just passed 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. Yeah. So, yeah, that's why I'm live streaming right now.
Yeah, I saw that on the stream. That's pretty sweet. Guys better pound that subscribe button.
Yeah, no kid. Was Sean in the harvest video?
I think Ben was.
Ben was. Yeah, Ben was for a little bit. I don't think Sean was.
Ben opened the door on the building.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Ben opened the door. No, Sean has not been in a video yet that I know of. Might have driven a pickup by occasionally in the background. No, I don't think you have been.
Yeah, this would be the first one.
Yeah. Hi, let's see. How far are those hills? They're about 30 miles from here, roughly 25, 30. I don't know, something like that. Yeah. Okay. What other do we have? What's up, Sean? Another brand GPS in America. There's a bunch of GPS brands. Raven's another one. There's a couple others out there. Trimble's pretty common though around here. A lot of guys use Trimble. John Deere has their own. I forget what it's called. Not Range Point. Something like that. It's not Range Point. It's I forget what John Deere's is called. So, but yeah, John Deere's got their own. Sean needs a Welker hat. What does he have?
Oh yeah, I got a
Columbia Grain hat. Nice.
Yeah,
that's okay.
I'll have to get a Welker hat.
Yeah, I need to get you one.
Before I get banished from riding.
Yeah. That's okay.
I hope your fuel gauge isn't accurate.
Yeah, my fuel gauge is not accurate.
Okay.
We never put a sender in it.
Yeah, those senders are expensive.
Yeah, well, and you know, they're custom tanks too, so I don't know how that would work as far as you can get the ones with the tube and the spiral thing on it that tells, but I don't know. So
you just want it.
There's a little sight glass outside you can get around and look at.
Yeah.
50,000 subs, and how many people live in Shelby? About 3,500, I think. 3,400 people live in Shelby.
Might be a little generous, even.
Yeah, that's on a touristy day.
Yeah.
Green Star. That's wait. Hang on a second. Is it John Deere Green Star? Yeah, maybe that is Green Star. Yeah, this is Green. Yeah, it is Green Star. I think you're right. Green Star is John Deere. Thanks, guys. Is that Big Brute? This is Big Brute. We're in Big Brute right now. We're doing some crop spraying. Trying to get it knocked out. There's a big rain coming this weekend that everyone's predicting, so we'd like to get most of those done before then. But there's seagulls flying around here. I don't know why there's seagulls flying around. I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, we have seagulls out here. No, there's no ocean nearby.
Yeah, we don't see those very often.
No. What was my first car? My dad kind of gave me his Ford Ranger back when I first started driving. Kind of gave it to me, like I just drove it. But my first car that I guess I owned with my brother was a 96 Dodge, or the 94. I think it was a 96 Dodge Ram. It was a nice little pickup. It was pretty fun. It had the 5.9 in it. Yeah, it actually ran. It burned a lot of gas, but it definitely it had good power. It was a little half ton.
Was that the first gen?
It was a diesel. It was a 5.7. I think that's what it was. A 5.7.
Like
no, it wasn't 5.
I know what you're talking about.
It was a gas, but yeah, it was something like that. What's Big Brute? Big Brute is a sprayer that we're driving right now. This is Big Brute. You can see. Watch the video if you want to know what Big Brute is. I just put the time lapse up. Check it out. You guys have to go to my videos and look it up.
That video is pretty awesome.
Yeah, you like that one?
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. You put a lot of work into that.
It took a long time to put that thing together, and there was actually a lot of shots that I didn't. Well, I should say a lot. There was a number that I didn't put in it. They were just kind of boring. Nothing was really going on.
Oh yeah.
And then there was a lot of shots too that we just didn't record too, so didn't make it. Yeah. But yeah, it was fun.
It's always nice to see that video. You know, you put all the work into it, building it, and then you put that video together, and everybody can see it. It's pretty sweet.
I know. Everyone thinks that it wasn't. Well, they don't think that. A lot of people it's like that wasn't so hard.
You're like, no.
Yeah, there's a lot of work.
Video doesn't do it justice for what these guys go through.
What chemicals am I spraying? I'm spraying basically a 2,4-D right now on the crop. It's called Double Up. It's got some other stuff in it too. Good stuff. I wouldn't drink it though. But no, it's 2,4-D. It's gonna basically take out a lot of our broadleaf that we have growing in the field. That's my decelerator button.
Oh, nice.
See how it downshifts?
Well, that's pretty sweet.
It's supposed to downshift. Downshifting this truck's awesome. It slows you down faster, and I don't hardly even touch the brakes on it. It just downshifts itself. But the downshift is set at 1,500 RPM, and I don't like it. I want it to be a lot lower, so I'm gonna have it taken to Al's Diesel. I'm gonna have them reprogram it because I want it to go all the way down. Because if you go all the way down, say if I see a ditch coming up here and I need to slow down, I can hit that decelerator switch, and then it'll kick me down a bunch of gears, and I can go through the ditch, and then I tap it again, and then it speeds me back up to where I was.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
Is that switch one of the old ones out of a pickup?
It pretty much is. Yeah, it came with the truck, so it was part of it. But yeah.
I wasn't sure if that was stock or not.
But we're gonna probably wire that switch up and put another button up here on the controller, so that way you can just tap it. That's the way the wall farms theirs are set.
Oh.
And then they have the resume and accelerate button up here too on there, so they can like speed up, slow down, just like pressing the buttons on their joystick. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's sweet.
I don't think we'll put that on there because this one doesn't have a lot of room on here, but we can probably put one button somewhere, and that way it'll be able to decelerate, accelerate. Wonder how many hours of raw video that time lapse was earlier. Well, when I put all the time lapse pictures together without speeding them up, slowing them down, editing them, at the average speed I do, it was like 35 minutes long, 40 minutes long, and then I chopped and cut it up and sped it up so that it fit in about 8 minutes. So, but as far as raw video, when I make videos, I'll have hours, several hours of raw video. Is it a new Volkswagen? No, this isn't a new Volkswagen. Love all the videos, Farmer Pete, appreciate it. Do I know when the map's coming out? I don't know the exact date the map is coming out. Soon. There used to be a rock line right here, so there's kind of a ditch, and we piled most of it over there on that pile, but we hauled a lot of it to our dump. So that's a lot of that rock that's sitting over there. Welker here, what is the problem with the wild oats and the broadleaf? Well, the problem with the wild oats is wild oats are grass. So wheat, wild oats, like there's wild oats right there. See how it looks a little different?
Yeah, the rows are all filled in.
Yep, the rows are, you can see them. So wild oats will overtake wheat. It grows really fast. It'll suck the water out of the ground and the nutrients out of the ground. So you want to kill the wild oats and let the wheat grow. The problem is, to spray the wild oats out, it takes a special chemical that won't hurt the wheat, but only hurts the wild oats, and that's expensive. It's very expensive. It's 3 times the cost of what we're putting on right now to spray the broadleaf. So you'd be looking at over 20 bucks an acre to do this spray that I'm putting on now, plus the wild oats if we were to broadcast everything. So what we do is we mark it and then just go back and spot spray because it saves a lot of money by not broadcasting. So that's what's going on. Who's with me? This is Ben Rogers.
Sean Rogers.
Sorry. Sean Rogers. Ben's his brother. Yeah, Sean's with me. He's a neighbor. So he's just hanging out. And
checking out the Brute.
Yeah, he's first time riding the Brute. I can let you drive it if you want to try it.
Yeah, I'll give it a rip after we turn around.
Yeah, I can spin you around here.
All right. We got this guy on here says, why do you plant wheat during spring and not winter?
Well, last fall the conditions weren't really good for winter wheat, so we didn't do it. We normally would plant winter wheat in, but we decided it just wasn't good enough. There wasn't enough moisture in the ground. It got late, so we didn't do it. We usually do have winter wheat in, but stop here. But so this year we did only spring wheat. Yeah, we'll have to do a switch. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, Sean's gonna give the Brute a wheel. He'll be the 4th person to ever drive this sprayer.
All right, you're gonna have to tell me about everything to do here.
Okay, so basically what we got right now, parking brake is right over here.
Okay.
I'll switch the camera around so you can see what's going on.
We'll teach everybody how to drive it.
Yeah, we'll just let you use the foot throttle. Okay, yeah.
All right.
So parking brake's right there. You can go. Yeah, you can go and press it in. Okay.
Okay.
So now what you'll do is you put your foot on the brake, which is right here, and press the drive button right there. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and shift it down so it's...
Oh, yeah.
So what this means right here when it says 6,
yeah.
It's a 6-speed transmission.
Okay.
If you leave it in 6, if you give it gas and accelerate, it'll automatically shift all the way to 6.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like your drive, you know, have overdrive in your truck, and you can do 1, 2, 3. Same thing as this.
Okay.
So by going down to 4, it'll go all the way up to 4, but it won't go above 4.
Okay.
So I leave it in that one because that way I don't overspeed because
Okay.
it shifts pretty fast. So then your product is right here. You can just flick that one up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Whenever we get going.
You can go and kick it up right now.
Okay.
That's fine. And then to intercept your GPS, maybe you just tap that when it turns green or turns yellow. I mean,
Okay.
then you just tap it. So.
All right.
Yep. So you can go over and give her some gas and take off here. Sean's driven a lot of farm equipment, so this isn't anything too crazy for him. Yep.
Let's see what we do here.
Oh. So yeah, so go ahead and give her some gas.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, decelerator's on. I tapped it. There we go. That's why. Okay, then tap the yellow button. There we go. Oh, one more time. Tap the yellow. Yeah. There we go. Now it's on. We have a floor switch, but it's not working right now for some reason. A little squatters. So now the GPS is working, and then your booms are pretty much right here, the blue. So you don't really need to do them. It's pretty flat, but up and down on each side, up and down.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then just foot throttle. Or
Yep. Then go and give it a little more gas. It'll shift to the next gear, and then there we go. So now this is the gear you want to run in. So I've been doing about 17 miles an hour. You can either watch there, or you can watch here, whatever you want.
Okay.
I usually watch that one. I mean, you technically can put the cruise control on if you want. What you'll do is just hold this down right there, hold it forward for about 2 seconds and let off.
Get it where we want it.
Yeah. And then hold it, clicker down, let off, and then let off everything. Gas pedal too. There we go. So it just took over for you. There we go. I bet you guys are jealous. Sean's driving the Brute.
There we go. Let's hope we don't mess it up.
Kind of can hear it. This horn's got front there. It sounds good. It's kind of fun riding. I've only ridden in this thing in the passenger one other time when I was teaching my dad how to drive it.
Well, I got off work and came out here to Welker's and hopped on the roof for a minute. I'm still on it.
So yeah, Sean's spraying for me right now, so I'm going to take a nap. I would get outside and walk around, but that's probably dangerous, so I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Okay, what do we got? Hello from Minnesota, hello from Illinois.
I'll talk to you then.
How many acres is our farm? Our farm's around 10,000.
Text me the name of that.
We're almost done with this field too, guys, by the way.
Okay, thanks. Bye. Gotta go pick up some chemical for our farm.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Where are you guys going?
We're going
Taylor's? You going?
Yeah, Taylor's.
Okay.
Yeah, you're getting some double up.
Is there you get some?
Yeah.
That's what we got a shuttle, and my dad went and got a couple barrels. Do they still have some in there then?
Yeah, I guess he just needs 5 gallons. He must have just
That's not much.
ran short or something.
Oh, yeah, that's not much at all. Okay. Let's see here. So yeah, when we get to the end of the field, what we'll end up doing is I usually just tap the decelerator.
Okay.
The only thing it's probably going to do is because it's kind of hard to explain. Basically, because the transmission or it only decelerates down to 1500 RPM, it's only going to drop basically 100 RPM here.
Okay.
Well, it's not going to be enough to tell it to downshift. That's why I need to get that changed so it goes lower, so then it'll like keep downshifting.
Okay.
So what I do a lot of times is I'll actually have my hand here and I'll just tap, and that pops into third. It'll slow us down. It'll downshift. You make your turn, then you go back out, and then hit the GPS again, and then just tap it up and accelerate back up to where you were, and it'll take over.
All right.
And then you just never touch the brake either. You don't touch the brake at all during that.
All right, so just hit the decelerator, tap down to third.
Yeah, and you actually in this circumstance don't even worry about the decelerator.
Okay.
We'll just tap it down. It'll just downshift just like you pull your down. The engine will just bump up and slow you down.
Sweet.
Yeah, it doesn't.
This seat is a pretty nice ride.
Is that a nice seat? It's out of a Freightliner.
Yeah, I don't know how I just set
It's got
timers and take naps in between.
I know. It leaks down slowly a little bit. So yeah, I'll tell you here in a second.
Right.
So yeah, go ahead and hit third. Oh, yeah, tap third. Oh, other way. There you go. Yep, other way. Raise the boom up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, you're fine.
Scrape the county road.
Yeah. And then keep going? Yeah, just keep turning. You just gotta keep cranking her through.
Where's our AB here?
There you go. Just like that. I know. This thing, I don't know what it is. When we had our pull type, it was easier to line up. And then just give it gas till you get up to the right speed. So yeah, just give her gas, keep going, just keep giving gas. There, then let off right there. Perfect. So now it'll take over for you. Yep, and you don't have to hit resume. It's already, basically, if you do this, yeah, all you gotta do is just use the gas to accelerate back up. Yeah, you can lower that one down a little bit. It's a little high.
Which one? Wrong way.
Yep. Oh, sorry, no, not that one. It's this one here. Down right there. Yep. Press that one. There you go. And then this one's a little high on this side, so you can lower this one down too. Yep. Go ahead and drop it down.
Okay.
No, it's okay.
We might have.
That's fine. That's what's nice about broadleaf spraying is it's not as crucial for like chem follow where you'll have skips.
I'm glad it's not too windy out.
Yeah, it's nice actually today. It's not that windy.
Yeah, it's pretty nice out. Better in the last 3 days.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not too loud in here either. It's pretty quiet. And the stereo works really good.
Well insulated.
Yeah, the horn works good. Yeah, it is. It's pretty nice, and I like the visibility in here too. There's excellent visibility.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
And you can see just about right behind you.
What's my favorite combine? I don't know. I kind of like I'd like to ride in that Tribune. Is that what it's called? The Tribune combine. That's that one. It's like half grain cart, half combine. But that thing actually cuts pretty good. I think that would probably be my favorite combine. But there's only a few of those out there. They're pretty custom. So, hey Nick, love the channel. You guys are pretty talented in what you do. Thank you, Doug. I appreciate it. It's a combined effort. How far do the booms hang out? Well, each side's about 50 feet because it's a 100-foot boom, so there's 50 feet on each side. And a 100-foot boom is pretty standard in this area. That's what most guys run. Most sprayers about 100. 90 to 120 is typically what you see. There's a couple 130-foot booms floating around out there, and then a couple smaller ones. So I'm driving a Challenger sprayer. Nice, Colin. That's awesome. Colin, how many years have you been working? A lot. Since I was like 9, I guess. Yeah.
I'm gonna say before you could even your feet dangle when you drove stuff like this.
Yeah, you learn to drive before your feet can touch the pedals. That's pretty common out here. Sean probably learned like that too.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's one thing about farm boys is we learn early and we know how to drive a lot of stuff. So you just got to put us in a vehicle, give us a couple tips, and we'll take over from there and get her figured out. Like this thing, it just takes a couple passes and Sean will have it down.
Yeah, then you're gonna go home and take a nap.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you keep doing this. You can keep running the brew.
No, I gotta go do stuff. It's a good plan.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I see a lot more wild oats. It's just tall around. Yeah. Gonna have to come spray this field again, I think. Probably the whole thing.
Imagine. Are you just spraying for broadleaf right now?
Yeah.
You're gonna come patch out the oats?
Probably, yeah. It's just so expensive. Oats are just. We'll spend as much in this as we would spraying oats, yeah. So, okay, let's see here. So yeah, that's all you gotta do is hit the decelerator, you can just tap.
I need to bump this boom up a little.
Oh, you don't have to turn early enough, so go ahead and hit the shift down, then turn to the right. I usually see my old tire tracks, I usually drive to where they just start touching, go ahead and turn more. Yep, there you go, keep cranking around. There you go. Perfect. That's all it is right there. Then it'll take over for you.
And then it's just resumed or no?
Yep, it's already going.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, because the cruise never shuts off. Technically, when we get it fixed, then you'll actually just be able to hit the resume and it'll speed you up, and the set will slow you down. So you can just sit at your finger and like accelerate up, accelerate down, or use your foot throttle. And then if you tap the brakes and it kicks the cruise off, if you hit the set again or resume again, it'll go right back to where it was. Right now, it kind of like, it does work sort of, but it's slower every time you do it. So the only way to reset it is you have to turn the truck off, turn it back on.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just got to get fixed. There's a nice little hawk right
over there.
Yeah, catching mice. Yeah, he does have a mouse in his talons.
Productive hawk.
I saw one grab a gopher the other day. It was pretty fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little big for a hawk. Okay. Anyone have any questions for Sean? You need Roundup Ready wheat. They're almost ready. Yeah, Roundup Ready wheat is on its way. It's out there. There's stuff called Clearfield, which doesn't use Roundup. It's a type of other chemical that it uses, and that's approved. But I've also heard Clearfield doesn't grow as many bushels as regular. It's kind of a little less, and Clearfield chemical is really expensive. So, what else we got here, guys? Got about 430 of you guys. After this field, I'll probably shut the live stream down. It's been an hour and 25 minutes. So, but I can stop and talk a little bit. We're just about done with this field. How many gallons we got left? 813?
Yeah.
812 gallons left. So we have enough to do another, looks like 160 acres. Yeah, you're fine here. I already did one pass around the whole field.
Yeah, I saw that on your monitor here.
Yep. Sean, who is he? He's a stranger that jumped in the truck.
Yeah, I held him at gunpoint until I got in here, and then took it over. So
yeah, and he's actually not so bad. So we're like cool now.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. No, Sean's our neighbor. Sean farms with his family just up the road a little ways, not too far from us. What tractors does Sean have at his farm?
We got Stagger Lion. That's about our main tractor. And then we got a Ford loader tractor, a Ford 9970 or something. I don't know. Pretty nice loader tractor. I think it's, if you get that video done and move in the building, it'll be in that.
I gotta get that, yeah. I gotta find all the video. I don't have it all on my computer.
Oh,
Everyone took different videos. I never got any good video of it.
Oh, geez, yeah.
I know. I wish, if I wasn't really doing this back then, otherwise I would have recorded it. You know, now I look back, I should have.
Yeah, and then we got an Apache sprayer, just like, well, it's
There's a little newer.
Yeah, a little newer than Welker's. It's the 1020. Usually it's the 1010, right?
Yep, they got the next generation Apache.
Yep, and then we have a Case 2188 combine. So with that equipment, we're kind of maxed out farming already.
Yeah.
We farm about 4,000 acres. We got like 3,000 in crop this year, so we're about maxed out with that equipment.
Yeah, that's it gets to be a stretch. It's always tough when you start getting to where you need more equipment, but it takes money to buy equipment.
Yeah, it does.
Money in farming right now, at least in this country, is not.
They don't line up.
Yeah, they don't line up. The graphs go different directions. So go ahead and hit the brake a little bit to tap it. That'll kick cruise off. Now use the accelerator normally to drive.
Okay.
And then go turn this way to the right. There you go. And you can catch all those skips on the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can just drive across. We'll switch the cameras here so you guys can see what Sean's doing. He's catching all the skips on the headland. So he's gonna drive along the edge here. And it's gonna automatically turn the booms on and off as we go over the skips. GPS is really nice like that.
These things are just sweet.
I know, GPS is awesome. It was giving me a lot of trouble this morning. It was losing satellites and I kept losing quality, and so I went up there and I took the cone off and I unscrewed it and screwed it back in and put it on, and all of a sudden, boom, it's been working great ever since. So I don't know if the connection wasn't screwed in very well or what, but it's good now. So that one I wouldn't worry about that big skip. I mean, well, I guess we will be turning around, so you can get that on the way back.
Okay, just...
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that'd be fine. Yep. Then I gotta find another field to go to.
I'm sure you don't have a shortage of those.
No, we still got a few acres left to do. So if you want, you could just drive. Yeah, you can do that.
We'll try to get that as much of that skip as we can, I guess.
There you go. And then turn the switch off, bottom right, very bottom right. There you go. And yeah, when you come back around. And then, yep, you can kick her back on. Perfect. What's nice about spraying crops next to chem follow is it doesn't matter if we overlap or spray chemical outside of the field boundary, because we're not going to hurt anything else but weeds. But if you're spraying, if you got different crops right next to each other, they got to be really careful, because typically the chemical you're using in this crop is not compatible with the chemical you're using in the other crop, or not the chemical, the crop next to you, and so yeah, you can do some big damage.
I'm kind of driving like a drunken sailor.
You know, that's one thing I don't like about this 2050 is it's not very smooth. Like it's like 10 frames a second. It's like it's just kind of like jerky, and I don't know why it's not. You'd think with all the technology I have now on tablets and performance, you know, my phone could run that probably better than that's running it. So you would think that they would make it really smooth, because I have found it's really hard to run by that and actual spraying. You kind of got to look at both. Okay. So then hit neutral. See that neutral button? Just go ahead and hold it down. It'll kick you out.
Good.
Then kick the match switch off. Perfect. And if you want, you can turn the pump off. It's that one right there.
Okay.
There you go. Yep. And that shuts the pump off. And I can drive you to your truck if you want.
Oh, yeah. That'd be great.
Smell of 240. Has a very distinct smell with broadleaf.
That's what you wake up to every morning.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, all right, well, let me reverse this. Put that parking brake in. It's easy to forget that parking brake because it's even with the parking brake set as hard as it can, this truck overpowers it really easy. The brakes just aren't enough, I don't think, for a parking brake. And so I've left it on and didn't even know it was on. And I was like, so we've already burnt it a little bit. It's got a light that's supposed to turn on right here, but it's just not turning on. It's supposed to be red when it's, your parking's on. And then, guys, after I stop here, I'm probably going to shut the stream down, and I'll keep spraying. An hour and 30 minutes, I think, is enough for you guys. So that'll be fun. I'll do another one eventually here. There's Sean's, would that be a second gen? What would they call that?
That'd be the first generation.
First gen Power Stroke?
7.3, yeah.
The 7.3, okay. First gen of 7.3.
Oh,
yep.
Hand it to me.
There we go.
Sweet, thank you.
Okay, all right.
Well, thanks for the
Yeah,
ride.
you bet, Sean. We'll catch you later.
Yep, see you, Nick. Don't work too hard.
You know, I will. I will. All right, Sean's leaving. Where's he going? There he goes. Okay, Sean's taking off to his truck. There he is. All right, guys, I'm back. Thanks, Stan. I appreciate it. Comment. So we just finished this field. I got another one I'm going to run over to, and then I'll keep spraying that one. I guess I can drive over here while I go. I appreciate all the donations, everybody. I also appreciate all the very nice comments, especially on the latest video that I put up on the Big Brute. You guys like that? Hit like on it, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. It was a lot of work making that video, but I very much enjoyed making it, and very much enjoyed watching it. And I also really love reading what you guys have to say about it, so that's always fun too. New bulb on handbrake or your sub? Yeah, one of those. I need, or a little buzzer that goes off when your brake's on. Do you like John Deere or Case more? I'm probably more of a Case guy, but I do like John Deere. And if John Deere, you know, if we're in the market for a new machine, like say a new combine or something like that, and there's some really nice John Deeres and they're priced right, I can't say we wouldn't pick them up and try John Deere for a while. Who knows? We're not completely tied to one brand. We typically run Case more just because that's just what we ran over the last few years. But yeah, no, John Deere's good. I like John Deere. So how's the cat motor been? The cat motor's awesome. Hasn't hiccuped once. The only thing wrong with this cat engine is it leaks a little bit of diesel on the rail on the side. I think it's a common rail or whatever they call it. And then there's the oil filter housing is seeping between the gasket and the engine. So I gotta take it apart sometime and put it in the shop, and we'll fix the oil leak and the gas leak, or the diesel leak, I should say. The oil and diesel. So, but other than that, besides dripping a little bit of diesel and oil along, this engine's been running awesome. Can't complain about it at all. It's a pretty solid engine. I hope you didn't see my 4 comments I wrote there. Haha, are a lot nice. I missed a lot of your guys' comments. I apologize for that. It's kind of hard to read everybody's comments, but I was teaching Sean how to drive sprayer too, so that's good. Let's see here. Map's coming out soon, guys. Hang on there. If you guys want to get an idea what the map looks like, be sure to check the squad out on YouTube. They've been playing the map, and there should be some other channels here soon that'll probably start showing some videos off of the map as well. Cat engines run the farming world. Cat and Cummins, those two are the big ones. John Deere has their own engines too. They put a lot of their stuff. What do you think of the new video farming simulator? I think it's pretty sweet. It's CG, so it's you know, it's not in-game graphics, so it's hard to say what in-game looks like yet. I think they put like one picture out or something of in-game, but it looks good. John Deere's cool. I'm not like a fanatic when it comes to farming simulator. It's not like I play it 24/7, but I think it's really cool. It is based on what my job is, and plus I've got a map, and our farm's going to be in downloadable map, so yeah, I do care. But Farming Simulator is great. I hope it's really good. I'm really hoping that the graphics are really upgraded in Farming Simulator 19. I'm a graphics snob. I like graphics. Will a map be for soon? Will there be a map soon for Farming Simulator 19? I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure I would venture to bet that at some point in time, someone will port over the Welker Farms map to Farming Simulator 19. So. Got an 855 Cummins Big Cam 2 in my 936 Versatile, and I love that motor. That's an excellent engine. Keep running it. That's a great engine. And they're pretty cheap to overhaul, too. Farmer Pete's the one who gave the squad the 2588. That's nice, Farmer Pete. Awesome. I like those combines. They got rid of them too soon, didn't they? They had a flag on them and everything. It was great. No, 2588s are good. So, let's see what else. Well, Evelyn Kelsey, can you give me a shout out, please? Yes, I can. Evan, I think that's how you pronounce it. Evan Kelsey. So I've got 776 gallons left in the sprayer. Right there. That means I can spray 155 acres. So I can do this field right in front of me. That's only about, what is that? I think it's like 100, no, I think it's 75, 80 acres. And then I've got one on this side too, so I'll basically get that one and this one done with what I got left in the tank. It's kind of hard to read that, it's got dirt all over it, but it is reading the same. I subbed for you, that's awesome, thank you. Do you like Big Brute? Or do you like Big Brute or the sprayer more? Do you mean the other sprayer? I would have to definitely say I like Big Brute over any sprayer I've got. This sprayer is by far the best sprayer I've ever driven. Plus we put all the time and effort into it. It's one of a kind. It's fun to drive. I love it. It's good. So, all right, everybody. Well, if you haven't already, subscribe to our Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. We do all of them. Mainly Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And as I do new videos along, you guys will get updates for that. Definitely subscribe. Hard to say when the next time-lapse will be. I've got a couple of videos that have time-lapse stuff in them, but they're a ways out. Until we do another big project, there won't be any big time-lapses for a long time, so enjoy that video while it lasts. Well, I guess it'll last a long time. It'll always be up there. What else? Yeah, if you want Welker Farms gear, send us an email. I'll put that up right now. Let me do this real quick, guys. Let's type this in 1 second here while I erase some stuff. Oh, what's going on here? Number row. Let me get out of that. No. Oh boy. Sorry about that, guys. Stuff pops up on my phone, and if I accidentally tap it, it kills the stream like immediately. Trying to clear this out. Okay, 1 second here. There we go. Done and done. Okay, there you go. On the bottom of the screen right now, you can read as it's going by. welkerfarms@gmail.com. If you guys want hats, if you want shirts, soon to be new stuff, send us an email at that email address right there, and we can get you hooked up. We still have quite a bit of inventory left. Thanks again on the 50,000 subscribers, everybody. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. It's been a fun ride so far. Well, who knows where we're going? Hopefully to 100,000. That'd be sweet. I don't know how many years I'm going to be able to keep making videos like this, but I'm going to keep going as long as I can. So, all right, everybody. Thanks again for watching, and God bless. Thanks for the donations, and we'll catch you guys later. Probably my next live stream, there's a pretty good chance it's going to be in Farming Simulator, so stay tuned for that. And I'll probably do it here. I thought about live streaming on Twitch. I don't know. I really don't have a Twitch following yet. I could live stream there, but I'll probably be on YouTube. We'll see. So, all right. See you guys. Thanks for joining me.